it's me, Roberto del Corso. I just quickly wanted to share something with you. Now, I was talking to a client this morning, and when I'm out coaching business clients, we often talk about networking. How do we lead generate? How do we go out and find new clients, more highly qualified clients during networking events? And as we spoke about networking, obviously you get onto the old business cards. And the question is, do you give out business cards? Do you give them at the beginning of the beginning of a conversation, or at the end of the conversation, or during the conversation? Well, my thoughts to my client this morning was, well, firstly, I try not to give out business cards, not at all, and I do that for two reasons. Number one, statistically, I think there's 80 billion business cards printed each year, and probably 95% of them get thrown away into the dustbin immediately. So the only people making money out of business cards is Vistaprint. So my advice there is stop giving out business cards. They really don't necessarily work, and you're not making any money out of it. The second reason I don't give out business cards is I will take their business cards, I get their details, that way I'm able to put it into my CRM system. And now the onus is on me to reach out to them and start connecting with them, start building rapport. So the onus, the responsibility falls on me. Otherwise, they're just never going to remember who I was, what I did, and where they even met me. So that's very vitally important. However, my client did feel that he still wanted the opportunity to be giving out business cards because he just felt more comfortable in doing that. And I said, fine, I said to him, I would suggest not doing it right up front at the beginning of a conversation, because everyone takes a business card, looks down, and then he dropped this one, looks down, and it really breaks the conversation and the rapport building going on. So I said to him, try keep it for the end till you've at least understood if this is your potential client. Now, in one of my other video tips, you probably will remember me having talked about, the audio logo, who your perfect client is, the problems that they have, the challenges that they have, and the results and solutions that you bring. So I tend to use a similar approach with handing out business cards. So I'll give you an example. It might look a little bit one way, but then I will break it down and decode it for you. So, if I've established that, the person in front of me I'm speaking to is a business owner who's looking at starting a business, then I would do something like this. I'd say, John, I only work with serious people who are serious about starting a business, growing a business. This is my life's work, and I know that you are serious. So, if I give you this card, I know you're serious, take my card, but let's at the same time set up a meeting for later this week or early next week, and let's talk about your business and how we can move your business forward. Now, let me decode that. What did I do? If you noticed, I reached out, started to give the card, and then stopped and drew it back. Now, that does a couple of things. Firstly, if anyone has ever almost given you something and then taken it back, you automatically go, well, I want it now. Give it to me. So that's the first thing that it draws upon. The second part, that it gives you the opportunity to highlight, I work with serious people who are serious in, and then you can drop in the problem that they have. How do they want to solve it? What challenge do they want to solve when you've taken it back? And then it also gives you the opportunity to say, we'll take the card, but let's set up a time. And then you use something which I call the double bind. And as you saw, I said, let's set up a call later this week or early next week. So that's a double bind because you've got one or two choices. You don't have a choice of let's forget about it. It's like, let's do it. And generally, let's do it now because everyone's got their mobiles with them. Everyone's got their calendar. So you give them the card. Let's look at our appointment books right now and let's set something up. This way, you've already automatically moved someone onto a strategy call or a discovery call to better understand their needs. You're already moving them along in your pipeline in order to make them or allow them to become a client or a customer. So, just my quick thoughts on, business cards and networking events. But yeah, and most importantly, I'd love to hear back from, try it, test it, and I'd love to hear back on, what you thought of it, how it came across. Did it work? Did it not work? Play around, experiment, but try use that formula where you give out the card, draw it back, give it out, and then move them on to an appointment or a call or a meeting, whether it be a lunch, coffee, or breakfast, move them onto something immediately there so you're already starting to build and engage the rapport.